I'm from a rural town in Indiana where my mom worked as a criminal defense paralegal. Since the town was so small and the drug and poverty rates were so high, her boss would frequently be court-appointed to really strange and vile cases, and she would be forced to defend some real scumbags. She did her best to hide the details from me and my sis. But obviously we picked up on the tension. On 2 occasions, however, we came really close to emergency. 1. I was probably 11 to 12 years old and she was working on a court-appointed murder trial. She was defending the accused murderer, who had allegedly killed an older woman who was trying to return a faulty car to the used car lot that this man owned with his father. I believe her body was found shoved in a trunk on the car lot. My mother was absolutely certain, however, that this man was innocent and that he was being framed by his father. As the depositions and hearings all progressed, it became very clearly that my mom's boss, the lawyer, was absolutely going to go after the father of the accused. The father showed up outside their office, made vague threats to the lawyer, and then one night our home computer, this was in the very early 2000s, went nuts and crashed. Weird. But whatever. She comes home the next day visibly more stressed and tells us at dinner that her boss's home computer did the same thing last night. She seemed to think we were all hacked. But could be any sort of scam, ya know? Plus I'm no tech genius, so I have zero idea how someone could hack into computers and crash them like that so easily. But it happened. After dinner, my dad's sister and I went to the neighbor's house to play The Sims, and Dad was drinking with the parents while my mom painted my upstairs bedroom at home. Phone rings. Mom is hysterically screaming at the neighbor to bring my dad and come because he's here. He's trying to get in the sliding glass door. He sees me. Hurry, between sobs. They run out the door barefoot in the middle of winter and he's gone. Police come and find snowy shoeprints all around the house. Looking in all the windows and stood under the tree that looks directly into my room where she was painting. Cops had to stay out front of our house for days until they could catch him, and he absolutely went to jail for that murder, and we stayed family friends with the son he tried to frame, lol. But if me and my sister were at home, we absolutely would have opened the door for him. We had no idea what he looked like, and we lived in a really friendly neighborhood where popping over unannounced was normal. Story 2. At this point I'm 15/16 of a year old. And this time my dad defended a drunk driver who killed a young woman approximately 10 years prior. The man pleaded guilty, felt absolutely horrible, turned his life around, and even went traveling to different high schools speaking about the dangers of driving drunk. He wrote books, attended AA meetings in prison, went to uni in prison, etc. By all accounts he had paid his debt to society and was to be released in a week or so. The father of the dead girl was, understandably, upset that the man was being released from jail and had known my mom for most of their lives. Small town acquaintances. This dad was also notoriously unstable and loved himself some meth. So one night I'm home alone with my mom while my sister and dad are out of town. She had been quiet all night and I was hungry and it was late, so I went downstairs to see about the dinner situation and found her sat silently staring at her phone with tears rolling down her eyes. She can be dramatic. So I was initially irritated, thinking it was gonna be some stupid drama, so I snarked, "What?" And she gasped out, "He's coming to take you away from me," and collapsed in tears. What? I fly down the rest of the stairs, snatch the phone and read the message chain. He said that he knew she was alone in the house with her oldest son. He wanted her to know how it felt to lose her oldest child. He sent a picture of a handgun on the center console of his car and our address typed out below. The messages had been sent over the last 20 minutes. And this realization hit me in the stomach so hard I almost vomited. He was on his way to kill me. How far away could he be? Why is she just fucking sitting here? I was livid with her and started screaming to call the police as I locked the doors. Drew all the curtains on our huge picture windows. And she just continued to sit there frozen, muttering he wanted to kill me. He knows where we are. Like she was totally dissociated or in shock, so I dragged her up to my room and we called RHE. Police, who arrived and posted up at the entrance to our neighborhood. Not 5 minutes later, this MFER turns the corner into our neighborhood and they caught him with a gun. They sent him to some mental facility and a rehab, and I never heard anything about him again. I know she was frozen. But if I hadn't come down the stairs at that exact moment, I could have been dead. And I have honestly never fully trusted her, or anyone, to react to a crisis since then.